Question is this morning, have you said thank you for all your Christmas presents yet? We all know it's just two little words, but it's how we go about it that can make all the difference.
For some, writing thank you letters or cards can prove a bit of a chore, and it's tempting to send a quick text or tweet instead. But will it ever be the same as putting pen to paper?
So thank you very much.
On a card, something written, not
write.
email, or just acknowledge it, that's all.
And say thank you, but don't send an email.
That's really nice to know.
No, I don't think written, I don't think you need that. I think just a thank you, whether it's a phone call or in person.
Phone call or a letter. But it is important to be thanked.
Didn't expect any of this, but it's really nice.
Letters. I had it drummed into me as a child, so the kids and we will be writing letters to thank. For the gifts, definitely, yeah.
You appreciate it more than a little text, but otherwise a phone call I think is better as well. At least you can have a conversation about it, can't you?
I don't receive anything, so I don't have to write any cards.
No, that's true, no.
Handwritten, thank you, not a text. That's not sufficient.
Thank you!
A beautiful thank you card there. And joining us now to fill us in on the rights and wrongs of saying thank you is etiquette consultant William Hanson, and to give us ideas of original ways we can do it, well, the technology way, is Tom Cheesewright. Good morning, welcome to both of you.
Good morning.
We know we should say thank you if we're given a gift. We don't have to write a letter, or do we?
Of course you do. I mean, there should be no debate about this. Thank you letters are here to stay, or should be here to stay. Sadly, they are a dying breed, but there is no excuse not to send a thank you letter, ever.
But you can send a text or telephone somebody. What's wrong with that?
It's better than nothing, but it is not the same thing. And I know you disagree.
Go on then, Tom. What do you think?
I think if you live in this century and not the last one, or possibly even the one before that, there's nothing wrong with using modern technology to say thank you. And in fact, actually, it can be an advantage. You can do something different, something really compelling. You know, a photo of kids using a toy they've just received, a little video, something a bit different. A letter's lovely, but you know, perhaps you can use a bit of creativity, a bit of imagination, possibly even the high-tech present you got for Christmas to say thank you.
William, would you accept that it maybe has a bearing, who you're sending the thank you to has a bearing on how you might do it? So there might be people, you know, if it were certain people of a certain generation, then yes, a letter might be the appropriate thing, but if it were someone possibly younger, then it might possibly be more appropriate to send it via a different means, do you think?
I mean, the younger people may have the technology to receive a thank you in a different way, whereas the older generation may not. But I still think, actually, a lot of my friends, they love receiving thank you letters, whether they've hosted a dinner party or I've given them a present, or they've given me a present. To receive a letter is excellent, because we don't receive them anymore. Everything is on email and by screens and on mobile phones, so it's nice to actually get a proper handwritten letter.
Well, I mean, Tom, would you agree with that? I mean, there is something different about something arriving through the post box. Because I guess, is it to do with the fact that it has taken more trouble? You've had to go and buy the card or write something down. You've had to get a stamp. It is more trouble than sitting there in amongst looking through what you're getting in the Christmas sales and just going, oh, thanks.
There's something really nice about post, absolutely, because we don't get much anymore apart from bills. But pre-printed cards, quite often it's a bit of an excuse. It actually becomes the easy way to do it. You go and buy a stack of cards, they're all the same. You put to such and such thanks, stick a thank you in the bottom and just mail them all out. I think what's really important is the effort, a bit of thought, a bit of creativity, why it was a great present, and that can be communicated anyways. I think sticking to the letter, and personally I hate the post. I hate going to the post office and having to go and buy stamps, which are incredibly expensive now. I'd much rather do something and put the effort into the message rather than the effort into the means of posting it.
You probably hate post because you're not receiving any proper thank you letters. You haven't got any lovely letters to receive. They don't take that long to write. A lot of people, you know, oh, it's so much quicker to send a text or do a video, and they don't take 2 minutes. Yes, OK, if you have 10 or 8, it would be easier if you were an octopus and you could just write them all at once. But actually, just to sit down for 2 minutes and write a letter on A5 social correspondence paper, it's not that difficult.
You've never seen my handwriting.
So,
well,
William,
that's because you text everything. You need to improve it.
Yeah, that's true, I suppose, isn't it? We get out of the way of writing. What should we write in the letter? What should the format be?
Well, obviously you start with dear whoever, so dear Tom. I would say to people, try not to start with thank you. Put it in as the second sentence, so say, what a lovely present, because it gets a bit prosaic and a bit mundane if you say, dear Tom, thank you very much for the present you gave me, and it can get a bit formulaic, and you want to come across as sincere. So, dear Tom, what a lovely present, or what a lovely iPad or whatever you gave me, thank you very much, and then you put the thank you, and obviously don't forget to say thank you.
Do you think it's important to put what you got in the letter, you know, be specific, otherwise people are going to think you're just writing a generic letter?
Yes, well, absolutely, and it shows that you actually wrote down and remembered who gave you what, which is actually a huge part of Christmas for me, remembering what everybody gave me and what everybody gave the kids, which, of course, I use an app for.
Gentlemen, thank you very much.
Yeah, we'll speak to you later.
There's no hope.